Need some support? Why don't you just ask? Asking for help, asking for support, comfort, reassurance, guidance, whatever it is, can be a really tough thing for some of us to do. And there are some key reasons that seem to crop up regularly when I run my workshops, and I want to address them now. And next week's Weekly Radish, I'm going to look at the kinds of support that we need to try to build into our support team, our network, if you like. But for this week, I want you to reflect on these reasons and see if these are reasons that you find yourself using or falling back on. Reason number one. I don't want to be perceived as not coping, as being weak, as not being able to cope just like everybody else is. Now, that's a common one, and it's understandable because asking for support, asking for help does imply that we are somehow falling short in a particular area, whether it's a skill, whether it's a resource, whether it's energy, time, or emotional energy. But what I want you to do is remind yourself that permission to be human. We all need support, and actually the truly successful people, the people who truly cope, who truly achieve and overcome the obstacles, are people who are honest and willing to accept their weaknesses, accept their vulnerabilities, and accept when they need that help and support, and then ask for it. So just remember, when you find yourself holding back because you don't want to be perceived as weak, you don't want to be perceived as not coping, that actually success in all aspects relies on you asking for that kind of support. As I said, next week's Weekly Radish, we're going to look at the kinds of support, and if you're worried or you tend to think that that showing of weakness may have an impact on your career, other people's perceptions of you, then there may be an element of truth in that, but then it comes down to, how do I ask for that support? Who do I ask for that support? Where do I go for it? Because it may be that certain people you will not go to for those very reasons. That's fair enough, but don't avoid the asking for help on the basis of it being perceived as a sign of weakness. Number two, you've been let down before. I've asked for help and I've just been dropped in and I've been betrayed. I've been let down before, so there's no point. Or there's nobody around to ask, there's nobody I trust. Now, this is an important one because past experiences does not predict future success when you ask for help. Yes, you may have learned a painful lesson by going to the wrong person, by going to a friend or somebody you thought was a friend and having your trust betrayed, or being dismissed or belittled or embarrassed. But that does not mean that asking for help is the wrong thing to do. It may have been that the person was the wrong person to choose, but we learn, we make mistakes. Let's, rather than throwing the baby out with the bathwater, let's recognise the importance of asking for help and just learn from our previous lessons and pick with that wisdom of experience in mind. And number three, everybody else is busy and I cannot be putting on to them. They've got enough on their plate. And that's a common one, isn't it? Because we don't want to trouble. We don't want to put on to other people. We see everybody else is stressed and got their own problems and challenges. But what I often find is that those of us who are prone to not asking for help are often the people who are very good at giving support, at helping others, at being there for other people, being the rock for everyone else. And I want you just to be honest with yourself. You will get something out of that. You will get a sense of gratification, of reward, of good feeling by being that support for somebody else. And by not asking somebody else for support, you're actually preventing them from having that same feeling, that same warm glow when they help you, that same feeling of satisfaction in helping another person. And in actual fact, when we support somebody else, the positive way to support is not to take their problems off them, not to take that burden from them. It's to help them and empower them to cope, deal and solve the challenges and problems themselves. And if you ask with that in mind, that you are asking for support in helping you deal with your challenge, then you are not burdening somebody else. You're actually possibly asking them for that one piece of advice that is at the tip of their fingers that could make all the difference for you. So remember those three reasons, and just if you find yourself falling into the trap of listening to one of those reasons and therefore not asking for help, I don't want to be a sign of weakness and show that I'm not coping, I've asked before and I've been let down so I'm not going to bother, or I don't want to put on to somebody else, then just stop. Counter that argument with those reasons that I've given and step forward and ask for support. And don't forget, next week's Weekly Radish, I'll dig into the kinds of support we need to build into our network. And if you want to ensure you don't miss the Weekly Radish, please sign up at theweeklyradish.com and make sure you get this video to your inbox every week. And I'll send you a little gift into the mix as well.